Not much is known about Alf Bolin before the Civil War, except that Alf Bolin was an orphan and he was raised by Calvin Cloud and Mary Jane Cloud until he was 17. He then joined a gang of bushwhackers and killed Calvin Cloud because Mr. Cloud wouldn't give Alf Bolin a gun. During the Civil War, Alf Bolin took full advantage of the situation. Since most able-bodied men were in the war, Bolin and his gang robbed old people and children at Murder Rocks, also known as Bolin's Rocks. One of Bolin's saddest murders was of an old man named Bud. Mr. Bud was 80 years old and went to get some corn for the neighborhood to make bread. On his way back, he was stopped by Bolin and his band. They forced him into the river, shot him, and let the stream carry the body away. Bolin once killed a kid for climbing a fence to feed his horse. He also killed 2 Union soldiers who were returning to the army. The soldiers were buried by Joe McGill at the Charlie Mankey place. Bolin and his band also threatened to kill John Bilyeu at the Bilyeu farm. The band was bribed by Miss Bilyeu with maple sugar. When the band finished, they stole the family's best saddle horse. When the Union made a plan to capture Bolin on his own hills, they had a Union soldier named Zach Thomas act like a sick Confederate. Then Miss Foster invited Bolin to get a good deal on some goods. Bolin was suspicious of Thomas, but eventually let his guard down to stoke a fire. This is when Thomas struck Bolin with a plow coulter. He then dragged him to the back room where he was found trying to rise a few minutes later. Then Thomas shot him. Bolin was decapitated in Forsyth and his body was buried to the right of Swan Creek Road. His head was put in a pole in Ozark for everyone to see that Bolin was dead. Thomas gave the Fosters $3,000 while he kept $2,000 of the $5,000 reward.